So I'm 22 years old. I'm managing a Bob Evans, and the GM goes over the radio, just that's in her ear, a little walkie-talkie. He's like, "John, meet me in the office in 5 minutes. We're gonna fire Brian." And that was the first time I had to fire somebody, and boy, was it scary. We're gonna try something different. I'm gonna make an onion burger, tell you a story about working at Bob Evans. If you want my quick onion burger video, it's on the screen now. This might take a minute. So the griddle here is at 450, 400. You're usually shooting for around 400 for an onion burger. It doesn't need to be quite, probably run a little hot. I'm about 460. It doesn't need to be quite as hot as a smash burger when I get up to 500. So we're probably running a little hotter than I want, but it's okay. I got my balls of beef here. That's 1 pound of ground beef that I just separated into 6 equal parts. That should give me about 2.5 ounces. This is how I do my smash burgers and my onion burgers. They're pretty similar for me. This is just how I do it, but you're just adding the onions to them. So before we put them down, I'm going to go over the onion real quick here. I'm going to adjust this camera and show you how I use a mandolin. This is not a mandolin, shocker. This is a potato peeler. And you can use a mandolin, you can use a knife, but a potato peeler works really well to get super thin onions. And I'll show you right here. And I'll probably just use the mandolin and just put that B-roll over when I was talking. But anyways, yeah, you can use this. I feel like it's easier and everybody doesn't own a mandolin, you know, so why not just use this? You can see here it just gets them down real nice into nice paper thin. They're going everywhere, but just paper thin strips of onion. Just like that. You can almost see my fingers through those. Perfect. Okay, so back to the burgers and firing Brian. So first we're going to put the oil down. I'm just going to do a little bit of oil. Brian wasn't a great employee, to be honest with you. Dude had some issues. Dude had an attitude. But he's a pretty good cook. And then I had to learn a valuable lesson at a young age that sometimes people who are good at their job, just because they're good at the job doesn't mean they're good employees, because he doesn't always show up. He's always an excuse. And, you know, I just thought because he could actually run the flat top that would be good. But the GM, who was older and taught me a lot, was like, no, man, that's not it. He actually called him a cancer to the restaurant, which I was like, wow, that's a... At the time, I was younger and a lot more sympathetic to people. I was like, that feels pretty harsh, man. That feels pretty harsh. But boy, was he right. He was dead on. So we're going to take these 6 balls. We're going to put them out about 4 to 5 inches apart. I'm actually going to move my little wire rack out of the way. And then I'm going to only put the onions on 4 of them. I'm going to save 2 for my son, who doesn't want a fully loaded onion burger. He's only 4. Put these down. Then we'll do salt and pepper. Then we'll do the onion, and we will smash. Yeah, so, I mean, so he's kind of, I mean, he's just, the older you get, the more you meet people like Brian. There's every excuse in the book. Can't make it, can't do this. I'm not getting enough hours. It's like, well, dude, if you would have showed up for your shifts, you'd have enough hours. You just don't show up. And then you want to work a different shift, and it's like, what am I supposed to do? So, but like I said, I was young at the time. Here's the onions going down, so I'm going to just do these 4 right here. I do like a golf ball. Oh, I said salt and pepper first. A golf ball size of each onion. Let's get... You can salt and pepper after you smash them if you want. I'm kind of just getting it all over the griddle. Or you can just use salt. It's really a basic recipe for the onion burger. It's an Oklahoma fried onion burger. This is how I do it, which is basically George Motz's recipe. But yeah, Brian was just like, oh my gosh, everything under the sun. Couldn't show up, never showed up. Then when he was there, he's always like messing around. And he's always just got some story that you just know in your heart. Like, you're like, oh, I'm young, I'm managing people, I don't want to judge. But in your heart, you're like, this guy is full of it on every single thing he says. I know he's full of it. Nothing ever adds up. And so the GM had been lining this up for a while. He's like, we're going to write him up. We're going to write him up because he cusses too much. And we're going to do it again. And then that way, when time comes, we're going to be able to get rid of them. Okay, so now we got our onions on there. 2 ways to smash. Before we get back to your friend and my friend Brian. We can use the parchment paper in the smash burger press or a spatulas. I'll do it both ways. So I'm going to go ahead and really get in there. It's okay if it gets bigger. the burger will shrink back up. But you really want to get those onions like in that beef, like as much in the beef as possible. Should have brought my trash can out. I didn't. I'm not prepared for a first time doing a talking video like this. All right, so we'll try these two. So we're gonna put it like this, and then I'm gonna put the other spatula or scraper in this instance on top. And this does not work as well. It does not get as thin of a smash for me. If you have a thicker spatula, maybe it will. But it is an option, because I hate to tell people. I just hate when a video starts. It's like, first thing you need to do is run out and buy something else. Run out and buy a smash burger press. I don't like to do that. So I like to give another option, but I do think the smash burger press is better, to be honest with you, as you can see as I'm doing both of them. So, man, I should have done even more onions. Whoa, man down. 3-second rule, don't worry about it. I like onions, so I'm just gonna keep on putting some more on top of these ones that are gonna be mine. Just peel those bad boys right on there. I should have done a whole onion for 6 burgers. I'll have the full recipe in the description. Okay, now we got those on there, a little more for Johnny. And then again, this could have been when you could have smashed these out. Almost forgot about my son's burgers. Just do those the easy way. Get off there. Okay, so we got these down. What we're gonna do next is put my buns on there and let them steam while these cook. These cook a little longer than smash burgers. You really want to get the onions going. So, actually we'll put the buns after we flip, I'm sorry. So back to Brian. So yeah, so he's a real piece of work. We got to get rid of him. The boss said that, the GM said that, and I'm like, okay. Then we get to the point where the day comes, he's like, hey, meet me in the office. We're gonna fire this dude. I was like, oh boy, this is kind of like, is he gonna like start swinging at people? Like, I don't know, I've never fired somebody before. Like, this is pretty nerve-wracking, and you just need a witness. And you know, the GM really taught me a thing about, like, you need a witness, you need everything documented. So you can't just up and fire somebody for no reason. I mean, I guess you can, but that's how you get in legal trouble, you know. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna flip and cheese these, put the buns on top to kind of steam while they finish up, and the onions cook on the bottom, and then we'll tell this story here. So yeah, so we meet in the office, and this guy comes in. GM's like, all right, here we go. He's like, we're gonna fire him. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I got my hands ready in case he starts swinging. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know how this goes. He's kind of a big dude. I mean, I'm kind of tall, but I'm not like a big dude. I've never like been in a fight before. And oh no, it's all right. My son's 4. He has no idea. So I'm like, okay. Let me get these out. Cheese on these 4. And he's like, you know, we told you about the cussing. You've been cussing. You're cussing too much. He's like, oh, I didn't cuss. And like, he dropped an F-bomb so loud that like every person in Bob Evans, you know, there's little ladies in their church hats. They just got out of church out here. Heard him back there like, where's my pancake batter? And you're like, dude, this is, come on, man. It's a family restaurant. Like, what are you doing? And so that was the one we got him on. It's like, yeah, everybody heard it. Like, people in the parking lot heard you, dude. And so it's just like, another good thing is once we get in there, he's just like, he's getting ready to go into all these stores. Like, oh no, it was this, it was that. You guys are out to get me and blah, blah, blah. And the GM's just like, do not let him. All right, let's try to like, this is the top one first, because that's going to go on the cheese, and that one's going to toast on the side. And then that way the top one's already on there when I pull it off. And he's like, don't let him get you off track. Don't let this be a 30-minute discussion about how his life is the way that he chose to make his life. He's 25 at this point. So it's like, I'm going to cut this outside burner off. So he gets there and says, no, you guys have it out to get me. I've been at places like this before. The manager has it out to get me. Like, that's a little sign there, buddy. Like, everywhere you go, the manager's out to get you. And, you know, there's only one common denominator. Maybe it's you. I don't know. So he's like, yeah, everybody's out to get me and blah, blah, blah. And this is messed up. And the GM just, like, kept it on track. And he's like, no, we told you not cussing. We told you on this date that you're cussing too much. Then we told you on this date that you're cussing too much. The next time you did it, we told you both times. You had another warning that you would no longer be working here. As of right now, you no longer work here. John is going to walk you out. I was like, what? It's like, what? Why am I walking him out, dude? You're firing him, and then I got to walk him out. And then he's like, John's gonna walk you out. Don't come back. We'll mail you your check. And so I had to walk this guy out, like parade him out in front of everybody. And he's like, don't stand too close to me. I was like, okay, dude, what are we doing here? I think we're gonna fight in a Bob Evans over you getting fired? Like, what are you talking about? So walked him out. Literally the next day, the GM was dead on. The whole kitchen is happier. All the servers are happier. All the cooks are happier. We're literally without an employee. We're one less employee, which is Brian. And it was like the best Sunday we had since I've been there, just because no one was arguing. Everybody's doing their stuff. Not only did he not do his job, he convinced you he was doing it well, he made everything else worse. Like, he made it harder for other people to do their job. And like, so it's just like a great lesson of just like, even though I was very scared, like, you got to do what you got to do, okay? Like, you got to get rid of people that are not a good fit, because they're just going to make it worse and worse and worse. And whatever you're scared to do, which is fire Brian, and I certainly was, is probably what you need to do in your life to make it easier, whatever you're avoiding, like at work or at home or whatever. It's a very valuable lesson to me. And it was also, excuse me, I'm just hitting puberty now. And it was also a valuable lesson of how a restaurant, or probably any business, runs, and how much one bad apple can affect everybody. Everybody. I mean, it can just affect everybody. Put that one there. Oh, and you know what? Mine's going to get some pickles on the bottom. My wife doesn't want pickles, but 2 of these are for me. She's going to have 1. Okay, honestly, 3 of these are for me. But that's not big enough. Yeah, just how one bad employee anywhere can just like completely wreck everything. Let me see if I can get this one over here to show you what the bottom looks like. Just onions and deliciousness on there, melty cheese. Oh, I forgot the pickles. You dirty dog. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It was a really valuable lesson for me. Thank God I live a life now where I just get to cook cheeseburgers on the internet and don't have to deal with people anymore, other than the comment section. And, you know, just whatever you're avoiding, I keep having to learn that lesson over and over again, that whatever I'm avoiding is actually the thing that I need to do and is going to make my life a lot better if I just do it. You know, like taking out the trash or listening to my wife and cleaning the garage. My life would be a lot better if I just cleaned up the garage like she wanted me to. But I'm busy making onion burgers is what I tell her. I don't know what's happening with those. My sons will put right here because we're just going to put them on a burger inside. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Put some pickles in front, try to make it look nice. Take a shot of the pickle juice. So, hope you enjoyed a little story about the first time I had to fire somebody, and you learned how to make an Oklahoma onion burger, something different than my normal videos. Like I said, the quick version's up there. The recipe's in the description. Right there. There they are right there. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Keep on griddling. It's a simple, good burger.